Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off-air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Snap comes at 1. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the field. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 47-yard line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. For the Green Bay Packers, they're coming off a 7-9 season as their offense makes their way back onto the field. But with that 7-9 season, Charles, saw their string of 8 straight playoff appearances come to an end. It was just weird not to have Green Bay in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, you kept searching for them, didn't you? You kept looking down the list. When does Green Bay play in the playoffs? Because you're so used to it. But with the injury to Aaron Rodgers that knocked him out for so long, the offense really struggled. Finished 26th in the league in total offense. In a lot of ways, remarkable they finished 7-9.
Yeah, and Brett Hundley came in, tried to do his thing. I don't think it was much of an indictment on the play of Hundley, as it made me appreciate Aaron Rodgers more.
I think we all did, and I do believe that the head coach, Mike McCarthy, was trying to fashion offense and also take care of Brett Hundley in the beginning. And that made things easier for opposing defenses.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On play action, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their 3rd straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 45 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Ryan on 1st down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers lets it go for Nelson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Rodgers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now Rodgers off the bootleg. Caught by Montgomery. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. On second down, Montgomery. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Eluding the pressure right, and avoids the contact by sliding. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.